O Lord, my strength. I turn toward your light now. The busy sounds of the day are fading, the demanding clock is silenced, and the internal noise of striving is gently hushed. This moment is a sacred space, a transition from the labor of the world to the quiet sanctuary of your presence. I choose to begin this night, not with a sigh of exhaustion or a list of worries, but with a deep, deliberate declaration of love for you. I love you, O Lord, my strength, because you were first to hold me fast. I do not come seeking you in a frantic, complicated way. I come to you as my simple, whole, and complete refuge. This is not a desperate plea for help, but a calm, settled assurance of where my help already resides. It is the profound recognition that only within the boundaries of your faithfulness can my soul truly, safely relax. You are not merely a whisper of hope, a fragile promise lost in the chaos of the night. No, you are my immovable rock. I place the full, weary weight of my being on this truth. When the ground of my life feels unstable, when past failures or future uncertainties try to shift my footing, this rock remains firm. It is the unshakable foundation upon which I consciously build my rest. I can feel the cool, deep certainty of it beneath me now, a permanence that knows no shadow or change. I am tethered to an eternal truth, and in that, I find the permission to let go. You are also my unbreachable fortress. I see in my mind's eye the high walls, the comforting thickness of the divine architecture you have built around my life. No worrying thought, no sharp dart of regret, no fear of the unknown can penetrate the defense you have established. I do not have to stand guard tonight, attempting to fight battles in the dark. I simply walk inside your walls, and instantly, the conflict ceases. Every concern that tried to pursue me throughout the day finds itself stopped dead at your gate. I am safe here. I am perfectly sheltered here. The world outside can rage, but within your walls, there is only peace. You are my deliverer, the one with the strong arm that actively reaches out and rescues me from the traps of the night. Those traps might be the haunting memory of something hurtful, the stress of an unfinished task, or the subtle sense that I should have been more or done more. But you are the one who lifts my feet clear of the snares. Your action is swift, complete, and entirely graceful. I don't just hope to be delivered from my anxieties. I am delivered in this very moment by the sheer power of your kindness and love. My rescue is a finished work. You are my God, my absolute stronghold, the final and perfect refuge. You are the only one I trust in fully and completely to keep watch while I sleep. There is no need for me to rely on my own exhausted control, my strained willpower, or my brittle vigilance. I hand over the keys to the stronghold to you. You are the sentry, the watchman, the perfect keeper of my soul, my thoughts, and my dreams. This surrender is not defeat, but the greatest victory, because I am giving my control to the one who cannot fail. You are my shield. This is a promise of intimate, personal protection, not a distant, abstract defense, but a covering held close to my spirit. No enemy of my peace can reach me because you are immediately present, absorbing every blow of doubt, uncertainty, and regret. Resting beneath your shield feels gentle and warm, a complete enveloping in divine care that touches every part of my being, and you are the horn of my salvation. This ancient, powerful image speaks of undeniable victory and ultimate triumph. You have not just saved me from the small difficulties of the day, you have secured my eternal well-being and lifted my head high. I sleep tonight in a position of honor and security, not as a casualty of the day's struggles, but as a child deeply loved and eternally redeemed. Lord, I gather all the names and all the promises: rock, fortress, deliverer, shield, stronghold, salvation, and my heart finds the only true summary. You are everything I need for security, for peace, for forgiveness, and for quiet confidence. My deepest human need is met fully in your being. My fear is gently and decisively cancelled by your absolute love. As I settle my body now, I settle my soul into this one, complete truth. I am resting in you. It is the most natural thing in the world, like a small child resting against a parent's chest. I do not struggle to manufacture peace. I simply cease my struggle and allow your peace to find me. It flows through the stronghold of your being and fills my spirit completely. I whisper my gratitude for this moment of absolute safety. I am here, anchored to the rock, shielded by your love, and delivered from every possible harm. This is where my striving ends, and true, nourishing rest begins. I breathe in your peace, and I breathe out the last, lingering remnants of the day. I rest in the perfect, unwavering certainty of my deliverer. I now invite my spirit to listen to the most potent message of the night, the command for strength. O Lord, my confidence is not in my weary capacity, but in your ultimate will. The very heart of my peace tonight rests on this unshakable divine truth. Your God has commanded your strength. This is not a request, but a powerful decree, an irrevocable word spoken directly over your life. You have not just offered strength as a possibility, you have commanded it into being. Think of the delicate, yet infinite power contained in that word, commanded. It means that every fiber of exhaustion, every heavy sigh, every moment of doubt must submit to the authority of your spoken will. This command bypasses my personal fatigue, my history of mistakes, and my current frailty. It is a gift of instantaneous, divine infusion. Tonight, I stop trying to manufacture strength, and I simply receive the strength you have already commanded for me. With that gentle yet forceful authority, I pray, strengthen, O God, what you have done for us. I ask you to fortify the good things, the progress, the healing, and the hope you have already planted in my soul. I invite you to strengthen my resolve to rest, to strengthen my certainty in your love, and to strengthen the peace that is now settling over my home. This strength is woven into the very fabric of who you are. You are the God of Israel, the one who freely gives strength and power to his people. It is your nature to empower, to uphold, to sustain. Therefore, I can lay my head down, knowing that my energy for tomorrow is not dependent on the quality of my rest tonight, but on the limitless supply flowing from you. Now, as we share this quiet, precious space together, I feel a gentle tug on my heart to connect with you, the listener. It is a genuine desire to know that these words are truly finding fertile ground in your soul, that this shared moment of prayer is building a sanctuary not just for me, but for your beautiful spirit as well. I sometimes wonder, as I speak these ancient, powerful promises into the microphone, whether they are bringing the peace they are intended to deliver. It means so much to me to know that this devotional moment is not simply a voice speaking into the void, but a shared experience, an act of communal faith that stretches across distances. So, I have a simple, subtle invitation for you, born of a content creator's grateful heart. As we dwell in the promise that the God of Israel gives strength and power to his people, I would be so deeply blessed if you would simply share one small thought below. Perhaps you could quietly comment with just a single word that describes the greatest comfort or the deepest peace this prayer brought you tonight. Did the word fortress touch your heart, or was it the promise of being deliverer? Your presence, even a quiet word in the comments, is truly precious. It allows me to see that every prayer I share is finding its way to you and your family, helping you settle into your peace. Knowing that you are there, resting alongside me in the certainty of God's commanded strength, confirms that I am not talking alone. It makes this entire experience profoundly worthwhile. Thank you, with all my heart, for letting me know you are here. Now, rest in the commanded strength that is yours. Having declared your unstoppable strength, I must now speak with quiet honesty about my own limits. This is not a moment of weakness, but an act of complete vulnerability before you, the one who already knows my deepest places. My experience of life in this world means that my flesh and my heart fail. I confess the sensation of failing. I feel it in my physical body, in the tired tension that runs through my muscles and settles in my brow. My flesh, which carried me through the day's activities, is now simply heavy, yearning for stillness. The sensation of failure is also present in my heart, not the physical heart, but the emotional core where worry resides. That core sometimes feels strained, unable to take on one more piece of bad news, one more emotional request, or one more nagging concern. There is a divine honesty in admitting this exhaustion. To pretend I am limitless or self-sufficient would be to deny the beauty of my dependence on you. I lay down the heavy burden of needing to be strong for myself. I let go of the pretense, the carefully constructed facade of self-control. I reach out to the ancient prayer, recognizing that my soul often feels like the psalmists. I cried out to God with my voice, and He gave ear to me. This prayer is the echo of seeking you desperately in the day of my trouble. Even when my hand felt stretched out in the night without ceasing, searching for comfort, sometimes my soul refused to be comforted. I remembered you, O God, and yet I was still troubled. I complained, and my spirit felt genuinely overwhelmed. This vulnerability is a key to true rest. It's the moment I stop fighting the feeling of being overwhelmed and simply present it to you. Selah, the scripture instructs. Pause. Let the feeling hang in the air for a moment. I acknowledge the reality of my emotional state. I am so troubled that I cannot speak a coherent prayer. Sometimes, you hold my eyelids open, not as a punishment, but perhaps to draw me into a deeper level of surrender, where silence is the only necessary communication. But here is the sublime reversal, the beautiful shift that turns exhaustion into rest. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. This truth is the healing balm. Though my own heart strains and fails, you step in, becoming the strength of my heart. Your power is not a temporary bandage, it is a permanent replacement for my frailty. Where my energy ends, yours immediately begins. I stop drawing from the shallow, muddy well of my own resources and start drawing from the deep, living river of your inexhaustible grace. You are my portion forever. That means you are my inheritance, my designated share, my complete satisfaction. I do not need to look outside of you for what is missing. I don't need to scroll endlessly, seek approval, or achieve more to feel full. My deepest, most essential need is met by being entirely yours. This knowledge acts like a gentle sedative for my striving mind. So, as I surrender the day's burdens and acknowledge every tired part of my being, I choose to rest not despite my frailty, but because of it. My weakness has become the perfect opportunity for your strength to manifest. The exhausted mind, the weary body, the troubled heart, they are all gently and deliberately placed into the hands of the one who never tires, never fails, and never lets go. I let the peace of this vulnerability wash over me now. Now we move to the essential act of this evening, the quiet, profound motion of release and surrender. My heart, having bravely acknowledged its own frailty, is ready to transition from clinging to letting go. The day's burdens are like heavy, damp cloaks we carry, even after we have stepped inside. They are the worries that stick, the mental replays of conversations, the internal pressure to fix things that are beyond my immediate reach. I consciously take off these cloaks now. I perform the solemn ritual of committing every piece of trouble to you, O God. This is the moment I stop trying to manage the unmanageable. The feeling of being overwhelmed often comes from holding on to responsibilities that only belong to the divine. I am not designed to carry the world, and you never asked me to. Instead, you provided the most comforting of all invitations. I cast my burden upon you, for you shall sustain me. This is the profound truth that unlocks peace. I do not just drop the burden, I cast it. I throw it entirely, definitively, onto your powerful shoulders. And what happens when I cast it? You promise to sustain me. You do not just catch the burden, you hold me. You become the constant, unwavering force of support beneath my life. This means my stability is no longer contingent on my performance, my mood, or the success of my plans. My stability is now guaranteed by your faithfulness. The persuasion in this moment is subtle, yet utterly effective. It lies in the gentle realization that holding on hurts more than letting go. I surrender the anxiety that clings to me because I know that anxiety is simply love and care pointed in the wrong direction, focused on my limited ability rather than your limitless power. I redirect that energy. This surrender is complete because I trust your promise of security. I know that you will never permit the righteous to be moved. This gives me permission to settle my body and my soul. I am resting on a bedrock promise, not a slippery hope. No external force, no internal distress, and no uncertainty about tomorrow can shake the foundation upon which I now rest. I release the burdens of control, the pressure of perfection, and the fear of failure. I surrender them into the perfect, unblinking custody of your love. This is the moment where I stop resisting your peace and simply receive the divine flow of rest. I choose the lighter path, the path of quiet trust. My heart finds its stillness in the absolute certainty that you are holding everything I have released. I am suspended in your sustaining grace, perfectly safe, perfectly held. This is the sweetest and most profound kind of rest. Now, as the external world fades into stillness, we enter the most profound comfort of the night, the assurance of divine presence. This is where faith becomes palpable, a warmth that surrounds you in the dark. We confront the greatest human fear in the night, the fear of being alone, unseen, or forgotten. But the truth is infinitely more tender. You are not a distant, passive observer of my rest. Instead, you are actively, dynamically present. I declare that the angel of the Lord encamps all around me and delivers me. This promise paints a vivid, protective scene. Imagine a divine sentinel, a heavenly guard not just standing nearby, but literally encamping, setting up a perpetual holy boundary around the place where I rest. This is not a casual visit. This is a permanent post established for my defense. I am not simply guarded. I am encircled by supernatural safety, a perimeter that no fear, no nightmare, and no genuine danger can cross. This knowledge permits my entire system to switch off, knowing the watchman is perfectly alert. The subtlety of your care goes even deeper. I marvel at the verses that confirm you number my wanderings. You see every turn of my anxious mind, every restless shift in my bed, every time I struggle to find comfort. Nothing about my unrest is hidden from your sight. You are not annoyed by my fragility. You are intimately attentive to it. And then comes the most delicate image of all. You put my tears into your bottle. Are they not in your book? This is a healing vision of sacred accounting. Every tear shed in secret, every sorrow that dampened my pillow, every emotional difficulty that felt small and insignificant to the world, is carefully collected and valued by you. You treat my griefs with a tenderness that no human can replicate. My suffering is not wasted. It is precious to you, recorded in your book as evidence of my journey and my ultimate reliance on your comfort. This depth of attention is possible because of the ultimate promise for the sleepless and the anxious. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. While I am designed for rest and my body requires sleep, you, my keeper, operate without the need for repose. You are perpetually awake, always vigilant, forever attentive. The one who stands guard over my life does not nod off at 3 a.m. Your watch is eternal, perfect, and unbroken. This truth is tremendously persuasive. It convinces me to close my eyes not out of defeat, but out of pure, confident reliance. Why should I stay awake in exhaustion, trying to solve problems in the dark, when the perfect, all-knowing protector is not only awake, but actively focused on my well-being? Therefore, I willingly suspend my own internal alarm system. I trust the angel of the Lord who guards my home. I trust the God who meticulously counts my tears. I trust the Lord who never closes his eyes. I am enveloped in a love that is both fiercely protective and profoundly gentle. I rest in the full, enveloping certainty of your divine presence. I am not alone. I am perfectly held. We arrive now at the final, definitive moment of this journey into rest, the final conclusion of safety. This is where all the preceding acts of trust, release, and presence converge into an unshakable verdict. You are safe. The ultimate goal of this time is not just momentary relaxation, but a deep, permanent conviction that the forces seeking to steal your peace have been permanently defeated. I speak this over your life now. When I cry out to you, then my enemies will turn back. This is a spiritual law. It requires no complex ritual, no grand ceremony. It only requires a quiet, sincere cry out to you. The moment your heart lifts itself, even in a silent whisper, the forces of disturbance, the anxiety about the future, the sharp memory of a past pain, the oppressive weight of a looming deadline must retreat. They turn back. They cannot stand their ground in the presence of your sincere faith. This is the power of simple belief. Your voice, quiet as it is, carries the authority of the covenant between you and the living God. The darkness cannot argue with the light. The confusion cannot stand against the certainty of the name of Jesus. I feel the finality of that retreat now, a palpable receding of every troublesome thing that tried to cling to your spirit. And this leads us to the most powerful, persuasive phrase that can ever settle a human heart. This I know, because God is for me. This is the truth that undercuts all doubt. It is the full, unqualified answer to every question that begins with, what if? If God is actively, intentionally, and passionately for you, then the opposing side is rendered powerless. It means your identity as a child of God is not conditional on your performance or your mood. It is an established, factual position. When I look at my life, I don't see an obstacle that is too big, but a God who is too great to be defeated by it. This certainty invites a posture of joy, even in the hour of darkness. Let all those who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. I pray that this quiet, profound joy settles deep into your bones. This joy is not frantic laughter. It is the deep satisfaction of knowing the ultimate outcome. I know that you, O Lord, have delivered my soul from death, and you have kept my feet from falling. Though my life may feel small and incomplete at times, though I am poor and needy, the beautiful miracle is that the Lord thinks upon me. The vast, incomprehensible creator of the cosmos dedicates his attention, his thought, and his infinite care to the specifics of my life. This attention elevates my worth, validates my struggle, and secures my future. I declare my final, confident title for you tonight. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. My need for rest is immediate, and your willingness to provide it is immediate. I rest in the quiet power of your complete protection. The conclusion of the matter is safety, security, and an absolute certainty that you are passionately for me. There is nothing left to fear. We come now to the final word, the gentle, healing instruction that seals all the declarations we have made. This is the benediction for sleep, the moment you cease all striving and simply accept the divine provision of rest. I encourage you to feel the weight of every promise we've claimed. Rock, fortress, deliverer, strength, now translate into physical stillness. You are not just trying to sleep, you are stepping into a profound, biblically promised reality. I now speak this ancient, powerful grace over your tired body and your quiet mind. I will both lie down in peace and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Notice the order of this grace. It begins with an act of will. I will both lie down. You are choosing this posture of surrender. You are choosing to occupy this moment completely, letting go of the need to be productive or vigilant. Then follows the result. And sleep. Sleep is the natural, inevitable outcome of choosing peace. This peace is not a fragile, temporary condition based on the silence of your house or the lack of items on your to-do list. This peace is a deep, internal state founded on a single, immovable truth. You alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Your safety is singular. It is exclusive. It is not derived from 4 different sources, but from you alone. This means that when the world around you is complex, your safety is simple. When situations feel out of control, your guardianship remains absolute. You have created an environment of divine security around me, a dwelling place where rest is the only logical response. I appeal to your heart now, persuading you to lay aside that last flicker of vigilance. You have successfully navigated the day. Now, Let your deliverer navigate the night. Your consciousness can take a sabbatical because the one who keeps you never takes one. The work of staying safe is no longer yours. It belongs entirely to him. Allow the peace of this verse to act as the final, gentle closure for your mind. Let it be the lullaby for your anxious thoughts. Every tense muscle, every lingering worry, every racing thought now hears the quiet, authoritative voice of the Almighty saying, "It is finished. You are protected. Dwell in safety." I pray that this rest is not merely a cessation of consciousness, but a profound renewal, that you wake up feeling the tangible, restorative effect of being loved and secured by your God. Receive this divine peace now. Surrender completely to the assurance that you are perfectly held. Rest your soul deeply in Him. Amen.